Guys, it's important to distinguish. Well, first of all, I don't know how many languages you guys know, but it is very important to distinguish womanese. And we're going to distinguish womanese in this video. If you guys are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's just get right into this, shall we? Here we go. Up and oh, man.
To the channel. Today we're going to be ranking everything that women say but they actually don't mean. Now we're going to be doing this on a scale from true, partially true, capper, which means they're lying, please don't believe this, which means they're really,
bro. And that honestly should be pretty much most of this shit in this video, because let's be real, the capaholics are definitely modern day women. So
lying, and if you believe this, there's going to be some consequences. And then the highest tier is, this is the biggest cap of all time, she turned into Pinocchio. Before I get started, thank you guys so much for 10k subs. I can't even believe that I'm actually saying that. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe, and if you haven't joined our Discord server, you can do that. Link is in the description below. We have over 300 members. Let's get into the video. So the first thing we have here is, we grew apart. This is something that a woman will say like after a breakup, or if you ask her, yo, so like you were with this guy for 2 years, why'd you guys break up? Yeah, we just grew apart. No, you did not just grow apart. This is cap, guys. What are you guys, fucking trees? What do you mean you grew apart? Actually, what really happened is she grew apart from him, but he didn't grow apart from her. The truth is, he probably just wasn't doing it for her anymore. He probably turned her off, and she's probably out looking for other options. So she wants to say we grew apart, so it seems like everything was all cordial and nice. And usually when a woman says this, you can immediately tell that she was the one who initiated the breakup, right? Because if he broke up with her, she wouldn't say something like, oh, we just grew apart. She would probably say something to insult the guy, like, oh, he was toxic or some shit. When she says this, what she really means is, I lost interest and attraction for him and I ended the relationship, because he was either acting weak in the relationship or he just wasn't the same man that she fell in love with in the first place, and then she left him. Next we have, he's just a friend, and I'm actually going to put this at partially true. If the guy looks like this, yeah, he's just a friend. But if he looks like this, ha 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 ha. Like, it really depends on how attractive the guy is. You can just tell if he's actually just a friend, or if he's a guy she's keeping around as a backup option, or worse, if he's an ex that she previously had that's still digging her out without you even knowing. So if she says he's just a friend, look at what the guy looks like. If you're like, he's no threat, he probably isn't. But if he's a guy who's attractive, then, you know, there's probably something there. Next up we have, I want a guy who's 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches. See, a lot of women in these public interviews that you see on fucking Instagram Reels and TikTok or whatever, it's always them saying like,
oh, I see. So you want the devil. 6'6". You want the devil.
I want a guy who's 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6 inches, right?
For a guy to be with you, how much should he be earning in a year?
Oh, 5 mil.
That is funny. Oh man, that's hilarious.
This is something that they say they want on paper, but you guys have to remember, whatever a woman says she wants, don't pay attention to what they say, pay attention to what they do. And usually they actually break the rules for the right guy. If the guy's charismatic and he comes off the right way, they will break their on paper rules to be with that guy. Like, you don't have to be 6 foot. A girl who says that she wants a guy who's 6 feet tall, she probably ends up with a guy who's 5'10", 5'11", maybe even 5'9". Like, these black pillars really underestimate how much.
What's the fucking difference really between 5'10" and 6 feet, bro? Like, in real life, bro, like, it's the distance is pretty fucking minuscule, bro. So, like, I don't understand what the new height obsession is. I was obsessed with height when I was, like, a growing teenager, bro, because I was a hooper and shit. But, like, bro, like, this shit's just, it's kind of a weird world we live in nowadays, bro.
A woman is willing to compromise on the things they say they want for the right guy, right? And the right guy, it doesn't always have to be the guy who hits all of the external things like looks and money and shit. He could just be a guy who gets her emotions off. He could be a guy who's just at the right place at the right time, contextual alpha, and she just falls in love with him because he is the guy in the spot, right? In the context of where he is. So when they say this, I'm gonna say it's cap, you know? Like, I would say the only time this is true is like in dating apps and shit, because they're literally filtering out for these types of guys. And some people are gonna be saying, no, you're just saying the shit to cope. I'm 6'1".
Bro, if you're on a dating app, bro, and you really put like your actual height, like if you were 5'8", bro, you are setting yourself up to get no matches, bro.
me in the comment section. Next up we have I love romantic men. This is going straight to Pinocchio.
Anyway.
Women only love romantic men when it's a fantasy in their head, when they don't actually have access to said romantic man. Like they'll start reading novels and books about like the guy who was all chivalrous and did this and this and that for the girl, and they will convince themselves that they want it, but when the guy actually does it in reality, we all know the response. Turn-offs, pulling away, disrespect, all that shit starts to happen the second that you become romantic. And it's not even that like, oh, you're being romantic, it's more that you're just doing it too much. Like some guys will really take this to heart and say, okay, she loves romantic men, let me be over the top romantic, let me...
Yeah, no, I think you can sprinkle it here and there, bro. Like you gotta sprinkle it here and there, bro. So they appreciate that shit, bro. You're just giving shit to people all the time, bro. They're not gonna appreciate it, bro. Women already get given a lot of shit anyways, just off rip. They don't have to really... I mean, yeah, girls gotta work and shit, but like, they get a lot more free shit than men, alright? By the longest yard.
Always do stuff for her. This never ends well. If you don't believe me, you can easily go ahead and try your luck and then let me know what happens after. Next up we have I want a guy who treats me nice. No, what you really want is a guy who engages all of your emotions. You want the guy who makes you feel a range of emotions and not just the guy who only makes you feel good. So when a girl says this, please don't believe this, guys. You can still be kind. I'm not telling you to be an asshole, but again, you have to mix it in. She's gonna get bored of you very quickly if you're always nice, always positive, always giving her the same emotion 24/7. And when they say I want a guy who treats me nice, this doesn't mean you could be a guy who's unattractive and just get away with treating her nice. When they say this, they still mean they want the guy who's attractive. Next up we have I don't need a man. This is true, guys. This is true. What does a woman need you for? Provision. She can provide for herself. It's fucking 2024, okay? She can work, she can do a bunch of things to make her own money. Protection. Society is the safest it's ever been. There's no need for a fucking caveman who's gonna stand and protect her from lions and wolves. That just doesn't exist. We're no longer in hunter-gatherer times. So because of the fact that women can provide for themselves and they ultimately don't really need protection because society and the government already protects them fairly well. Of course, there's gonna be like intruders and criminals and all that, but for the most part, if they live in the West and not fucking Afghanistan, they're gonna be alright. So women have gone from an era of like needing men, if we're looking hundreds of years ago, they actually needed men to live and survive, to an era where men are kind of like a luxury. In the same way that you don't really need an attractive woman to like go about your life, it's just like a nice cherry on top. With women nowadays, it's the exact same thing. They don't need a man. The man is just the cherry on top. It's more of like a want. Every woman has like a need for intimacy and all that stuff, but now that they don't actually need men, they can be picky and choose the best men. This is why a lot of men are struggling in dating, right? Because women are optimizing for the most attractive guy because they don't need less attractive guys just for their money anymore. This is why leveling up in all aspects of life is really the best bet, because women don't need you anymore. It's more that you have to make them want you. Next up, we have the vibe was off. I'm actually gonna put this as true. Sometimes the guy's really attractive. Sometimes the guy has it all on paper, but he just didn't make her feel the right thing. So when a woman says, I don't know, I didn't want him because the vibe was off. Yeah, you just didn't make her feel what she was hoping you would. You probably talked about things that bored her, like philosophy and science and what you had for breakfast yesterday and what your mom does for work. Like, all of these things are cool to talk about when you're first.
And guys, if you ever talk about that bullshit with women, bro, like, you're cooked. It's already hard enough as it is. Pick your struggle. Because at the end of the day, man, you just got to keep that shit light, bro. You got to treat it like you're literally talking to like a kid, bro. That's how it is. That's how you got to talk to women. You got to talk to them like you're literally talking to a child. Keep it light, playful.
Getting to know her, initially small talk is good, but if you're not able to vibe with the girl and make her feel stuff and escape that awkward like initial phase, then you're kind of cooked with girls. Next up, we have right person, wrong time. No, what she really means is wrong person, right time. This is a straight up, please don't believe this. When a woman says you were the right person, but it was just the wrong time, and I don't want to be in a relationship right now and I'm busy. This is all BS. You were just the wrong person. There's no such thing as right person, wrong time. You just didn't make the cut for her. If it was another guy who was attracted to her, who did the same things you did at the same time, he would have got her. So next up, I was busy. Pinocchio. Women are never busy for the guys they want. They're only busy for the guys they don't want. The only exception to this, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to find out whether she was actually busy or not. Let's say you scheduled a date with a girl. You're like, hey, do you want to meet up at the park at 3 p.m.? And then she replies, sorry, I'm busy at that time. That's fine. Let's test that theory out. Does she plan on rescheduling with you? Does she say, hey, I'm busy at this time, but we could do this day instead? If she doesn't have that, but we could do that time instead energy, then she wasn't busy, she just doesn't want you. If she was actually busy, she would say, hey, I'm busy at this time, but I would love to do this time. That's how you know, okay, this girl has interest in you. But when a girl says she was busy and doesn't try to reschedule, she is not interested in you, she does not give a flying fuck about you. Time to move on. Next we have, I want an ambitious guy. I'm gonna put this at partially true, but I would rephrase this because what they really mean is, I want a guy who has the potential to provide for me in the future. They don't care about your ambitions because it's like, oh, this guy has such a great vision for the future. It's more like, he can probably make a lot of money, let me secure him while I can. And if you're a guy who's ambitious, but you're not showing the results, like let's say you're ambitious and she stays with you because she sees you going somewhere, but you don't end up getting to the place she thought you would at the right time, she's probably gonna leave you. Next, I need some space. This one's fucking brutal. Pinocchio, she does not need space, she needs other dick. Under no
Y'all hear that, boys? Y'all hear that? Listen up.
circumstances in a relationship should you ever hear the words I need some space from a woman. That means that she's completely turned off by you. She doesn't want any intimacy with you. She regrets the relationship. She's looking for the exit. She's texting another guy. She's planning on sleeping with the other guy, and she needs distance from you so she can do that safely. Next, personality matters most. This is going straight to please don't believe this. Your personality does matter, but it does not matter the most. What matters the most is how attractive you are, how pre-selected you are, how masculine.
Bro, it's just that face card got to swipe, bro. That face card got to swipe, and that height badge got to be on at least silver or gold. Maybe bronze if the face card's really, if it's like a black card, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Cold Heart Cam if you guys don't tune into him, like, you know. I rock with Cold Hard Cam. He's cool.
You are, how strong you are emotionally, those things come before. And you might argue, well, some of those things are related to your personality. Absolutely. But if we have two guys with the exact same personality, identical, but one of them has the other attraction metrics and the other one doesn't, she's gonna go for the guy who has the most attractive quality. So it does not matter most. Yes, it matters long term, but it's nowhere near at the top of the list. Next up, we have men don't approach us anymore. I'm gonna put this at capper because if she's mid,
Chad don't approach you anymore.
the truth is, yeah, I'm sorry, like, men aren't approaching you. It's not us, it's just you, because you're not attractive. But if she's an attractive girl saying this, what she really means is, men are approaching me, just not the ones that I want to approach me, because women are hypergamous, as we all know. So it's like, the guys who they want to approach them are already pre-selected and have a ton of options, and they're the least likely guys to actually approach them. The guys who are approaching them are less likely to be attractive in their eyes. That's why they say, oh, men aren't approaching me anymore. Even though they are getting approached, you're just rejecting all of them, because you want what you can't have, and what you can't have is the guy who's not approaching you. Next up, we have chivalry is dead. Yeah, because you killed it. Next, my ex was toxic, never again. This is a capper move. When they say my ex was toxic and I'm never getting with him again, what they mean is right now he's making me feel bad, but at some point in the future when he hits me up again, I'm probably gonna end up sleeping with him. Not only that, but like if it ends badly and it was both of their fault in the relationship, women love to put everything and blame the ex and just say bad things about the ex all the time. Sometimes the guy is actually toxic, I'll give them that, but sometimes he's not and she's just bitter about how it ended, so she wants to portray the guy in a bad light. But yeah, when girls say this, they're very likely to get back with their ex as well. Next, my love language is gifts. Nah, you're just a gold digger. Capper. Next, we have as long as he's taller than me. When girls say this, like, oh, I would date a guy as long as he's taller than me. Yeah. I'm gonna say this is partially true, but it's not really as long as you're taller than her. Because if she's like 5'3", when was the last time you saw a 5'3" girl with like a 5'4", 5'5" guy? It's possible, but usually they like to date at least 7 or 8 inches up, right? Again, I'm not a height pill guy. I think black pillars over-exaggerate height, but let's not lie to ourselves and say like, oh, if you're 5'3", then you can bag like any girl who's 5'3" and under. It doesn't work that way. Next, we have arrogant men turn me off. I guess this is true. If you're unattractive, then it's arrogance. If you're attractive, then it's confident. So, partially true. Next up, we have men only want sex. Yeah, I guess this is partially true, but only for girls who that's all they're good for. Like, if she's a thought and doesn't have any green...
Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Comments or chat. How or what percentage of girls in the West... I'll preface that in the West are good for, you know, things beyond sex. What percentage? Please let me know.
flags and has a bunch of red flags, of course guys are gonna see her as recreational use only. If you want guys who don't just want you for sex, maybe just try to present yourself in a way that is attractive to men long term, and you will secure them in a relationship. A man's greatest battle is attracting women. Women don't struggle with attracting men, they attract a ton, but their biggest struggle is actually keeping a guy. Next up we have the gym is full of creepy men who stare. Yeah, it's called having high testosterone, and maybe if you stop dressing like a porn star at the gym it would help. Women will wear tight revealing clothes, go to a place to work on their ass, and then get mad when men are looking at their ass. But I mean, secretly they like the attention and they like the men staring. And of course, because of TikTok and shit, now a lot of girls who go to the gym have like this victim mentality. Oh my god, all these guys are staring at me, but I'm wearing booty shorts and like my tits and ass are out. Like, it's just so stupid. So I'm gonna put this like,
bro, like that ass, bro. Like they'll literally wear like them Spanish shorts. Literally just pop on a squat. Like they be doing these weird like thrust like squats. And I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I can't tell if this is the gym or this is the like opening scene of the hub, bro. So yeah, they be capping with that shit, bro.
capper. Next, I like him as a friend. No, what she really means is I like him as a source of attention without me having to give him what he wants from me. So
Are you guys in a relationship?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Okay.
You say yeah, you
We're
say
talking,
no.
We are not in a relationship. No.
Okay.
You fool. This guy got the fucking jaw of a fucking Superman. He could bow, bow, bow. And then look at this girl, bro. Take a long look at her. She was so quick to say no, but like, bro, this nigga's way out your league, bro. Like, she's mid at best, and that's like really pushing it. I think she's below average, if I'm gonna be real. Like, she's not cute at all, and she has the audacity to talk to this guy who's pretty handsome and act like he ain't shit. Like, oh, no. I don't know how he's acting, but, bro, he's better than you in the looks category, without a doubt.
Guess we're not.
Miscommunication here.
No. Perfect communication.
Look at this. Look at this. Look, you think you can you think you can do better? Look at that. Bro. Hoflation is real, guys. So don't even trip. Don't trip. Because I can't believe those words even uttered out her mouth. And the way she's so defensive about it. How dare you think that I'm with this guy? He looks way better than you. Yeah, he looks a little nerdy, but he looks way better than you, bruh. Like, without a doubt. Unbelievable.
He's actually just an acquaintance. I only recently met him 2 weeks ago.
It was love at first sight, but she's shy. She needs time to build into it. That's what I think.
No.
Yeah, nah, it's probably just the way this nigga acts. But looks wise, bro, he's out of her league, bro.
I don't.
next up we have I hate him. No, she loves him. Next up we have I'm a 10 out of 10. This is unfortunately true. They actually believe this even if they're not 10 out of 10s. Next we have sorry I can't today. Yeah, so similar to I was busy. If she says that she can't go out or do anything today and doesn't reschedule, she's just not interested. It's not that she can't. Women are willing to climb mountains to see the right guy, so don't believe them when they say that they can't unless they try to reschedule. Next we have our star signs are not compatible. They actually believe this. Some girls are so into astrology and so into this numerology shit that if your star signs actually aren't compatible, she will justify not getting in a relationship with you.
Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable.
Obviously, these types of girls are rare. It's not fucking every girl who does this, but if they truly say this, then they probably believe it. Oh my god, he's a Pisces. Those guys are so toxic. Next, I have a boyfriend. Now, this is the most common reply whenever you approach a girl and she wants to reject you. She'll say, I have a boyfriend. I would say 10% of the time they actually do have a boyfriend. If you've approached 100 chicks and 90 of them say they have a boyfriend, 80 of them are capping. Women just say this as a defense mechanism to not let your ego down because they know how bitter some men are and how they can't take rejection. So I have a boyfriend is just a made up excuse to make you feel better about rejecting you. Next, I love you. I would say this is partially true, but you have to remember when she says this, she actually loves you in the moment now because of how you make her feel now. This could change in a day.
She don't love you, nigga. She loves the feeling. She loves how you're making her feel in that moment. Pretty much what this guy just said. What am I even here for? He already told.
Could change in a week.
Us
Women's
this.
emotions are more volatile than fucking crypto. They will say one thing but then contradict themselves the week after. So if she says she loves you, congratulations. In that 1 minute that she said it, she probably does. But if you do things to turn her off and you do a bunch of shit, watch her pull away, watch her get distant, watch her whole energy and attitude change. And I don't recommend fully believing her when she says this. Like, some guys will hear their girlfriend say I love you and then stop going to the gym and stop working on themselves because they're like, oh, okay, I already achieved the love.
If that's you out there, get the fuck off my channel, because you stupid. You stupid.
I've unlocked her love. Nothing's gonna change. I don't have to do anything. If you stop being the same guy that made her love you, she's going to unlove you. Next we have he's so cute. I'm gonna put this at partially true. Sometimes they mean you're hot. Sometimes they mean, oh, he's cute like a teddy bear, but I wouldn't actually hook up with him. So next we have I'll let you know. So if you ask a girl on a date or to hang out and she keeps saying I'll let you know, she's never gonna let you know. It's time to move on. Next we have aw. What she really means is you just turned me off. I don't know, it just happens. So girls will usually say this when they're replying to their girlfriends, when they're like, oh my god, why'd you hook up with him? Or like, why'd you get with him? I don't know, it just happened. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but it didn't just happen. He displayed the right attraction triggers, he created the right vibe and the right chemistry, and he made it happen. It didn't just happen. Women like to believe that things just happen randomly, and it's like, oh, it just happened. No, it didn't. He purposely attracted you, and he knew exactly what he was doing. Next, we have open up to me. So this is when women try to get you to be more vulnerable, like, oh, tell me more, open up to me. She's just saying this to test whether you're dumb enough to actually do it. The second you show too much vulnerability, the second you open up too much, not only could she potentially use that against you in the future, but it's going to turn her off in the moment because you're being emotional. I know this point pisses a lot of people off, but if you don't want to believe it, you can continue to open up and be emotional, and I really wish the best for you. Next we have I don't kiss on first dates. No, I don't kiss men I'm not attracted to on first dates. Women make rules for guys they're not attracted to and break them for guys they actually want. The only exception to this are like the really religious women or the women with extremely high standards and who actually don't. And I know some of these girls personally who actually wouldn't just hook up with anyone on a first date. Like, they have these very strict religious and moral values. I respect that, but the majority of girls will pick and choose. So next we have I'm not that type of girl. Yes, you are, for the right guy. Next we have I'm not looking for a relationship right now. No, what she really means is I'm not looking for a relationship with you ever. Please don't believe this.
Jeez. Oh, Pete. Jeez, oh, Pete. Yeah, I'm busy is the biggest cap of all time. Remember, if she's busy, she just does not want to spend time with you. If she likes you, she would make time for you. 100% facts. Women are never busy for the guys they want. They're only busy for the guys they don't want. The man's fucking spitting facts. If you're shy and unattractive, you're weird and creepy. If you're shy and attractive, you're mysterious. Yeah, guys. I mean, that was a pretty accurate. That was a pretty accurate tier list. I mean, I'm not really too sure what else to say. Don't put all your worth into like how many chicks you bag or how many bitches you get and all that stuff, bro. Because if you're like most guys, it's gonna be pretty depressing if you put all your worth in that. So, damn, it's just like, even though I know female nature and shit, like, just like getting these reminders, bro. Sometimes it's just like, damn, bro, like, they just really just be moving a certain type of way, bro. But what can you do? I guess just be born attractive. Well, it's your boy DD signing off. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.